Hello, dear investors. The project is in touch with you, Guru.Markets. We start with summary data about the corporation. We will study each indicator in more detail a little further. If necessary, you can pause the video. You can look at each parameter of the organization under study more carefully. Now we will look at the main fundamental indicators of the company ZipRecruiter Inc, ticker ZIP. The review was created using current data as of April 21, 2025. According to Classification Guru.Markets, company ZipRecruiter Inc belongs to the subcategory Author's staff. 34 companies participate in the assessment. This is very representative. See orders solutions towards the end of this video. The result for the company in question is -8 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 2.3 points. If you look broadly, within the entire stock market as a whole, you can see that the average result for the stock market in the aggregate is 1.8 points, against a score of -8 points for ZipRecruiter Inc. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price, ZipRecruiter Inc, and subcategory shares, we can see that over 12 months the company's shares ZipRecruiter Incorporated showed a change of -47%. Against price dynamics in the 1.4% subcategory. This does not say anything unambiguously, but it is necessary to keep this fact in mind. Market capitalization of the company ZipRecruiter Inc is $0.54 billion, with a subcategory capitalization of $94 billion. ZipRecruiter Incorporated accounts for a share of 0.576%. This is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $0.01 billion, with a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $24 billion. ZipRecruiter Incorporated accounts for a share of 0.031%. Comparing the occupied shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we see the following. Share ZipRecruiter Inc in the subcategory when assessing market capitalization is 0.576%. The book value is 0.031%, which is 95% less than the share of the exchange value. Assessment of the company's share of the market and book value of the subcategory, bad, -1 point. The company's debt obligations amount to $0.31 billion. Debt to book capitalization amounts to 3,100% of the company's capital. Result on the level of the company's debt obligations, very bad, -2 points. The ratio of the company's stock price to earnings corresponds to 0, with an average for the subcategory of 36.3, which is significantly worse than for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market value to profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory, very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$13 million. Future earnings for the next 12 months are unknown, which is bad for the company. Assessment of projected future profit indicators in comparison with in the subcategory, bad, -1 point. The company's price-to-sales ratio is 1.1. The average for the subcategory is 1.4, which is 21% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the indicators of the exchange price to its revenue in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $470 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is unknown, and this is negative for the company's prospects. Evaluation of projected future sales indicators in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, bad, -1 point. The margin is -2.7%, with an average for the subcategory of 3.8%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 6.5%. Assessment of marginality in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 0.281%. This is 105% less than the market capitalization share. This fact shows the imbalance in the current market value of the company ZipRecruiter Inc, rather towards revaluation. The amount of market capital for each employee of the company is equal to $543,000. And in the subcategory, there are $265,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 104.9%. Assessment of the amount of the company's market capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per employee -$12,800, with an average in the subcategory of $7,300. And the difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 75%. Estimation of profit per individual employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. The share of sales for each company employee is $474,000. By subcategory, $195,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 143%. Estimation of the share of revenue per individual employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions was 9.4%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.9%. This is a short squeeze indicator. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 45% for the company ZipRecruiter Inc, whereas in the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is 43%. On average, securities of the subcategory are valued the same as company shares ZipRecruiter Inc. The actual price of the company's shares is approximately $5.52. The consensus price estimate for the company's shares is approximately $7.61. The difference between the current price and the consensus forecast is approximately 38%. Let's go to the order table. It is available to you. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions previously made in a given season by the stock valuation information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free. Link in pinned comment. As a result of stock valuation ZipRecruiter Inc. Information and reference system for stock valuation Guru.Markets, the following decision was made. Open a sell trade at a price of $5.51. The order is open because the company has a fairly low valuation. The organization was assessed based on the assessment method, the Akeem's index. Take profit is set at 4.72. Stop loss is set at 6.3. In case the order is not closed by take profit or stop loss. In this case, the transaction is closed independently based on the results of the exchange session on May 21, 2025, or on the last trading day before the specified date. Ticker KFY will become the main buy order. The video on the main deal has already been published on the channel. When closing one of the orders, basic or balancing, the second order is closed at the current price. Thank you all very much for watching this video. and for using the information and reference System.GURU.Markets.